Hello, it's the Midwestern Movie Reviewer here with another movie review. I recently saw Superman in theaters twice. I'll explain why. But was it good? And I'm going to have to explain why I think yes, it was, and no, it was terrible. It's very fascinating with this movie. My history with Superman, let me go into that a little bit first. I am a huge fan of this character. I was raised in the 80s, so early on as a child, I saw the first Superman movie with Chris Reeves and was enthralled. Just thought it was amazing. Was like really, really taken with the fact that they made it so realistic. And so that's how I like my superheroes. I like it gritty and I would like it to feel like it's real. And I like to feel like this is what it would be like if we had a superhero in our world and that people are reacting to it like that. I loved Christopher Reeve's performance because he was a Juilliard trained actor. He really committed 100% to that role. And no matter what was going on, he breathed life into that character. Both of them, Clark Kent and Superman. The way he would transform, the way he stood, talked, held himself, it was so believable. I loved it. So then when they brought Henry Cavill in as Superman, I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, well, who is this and how is he going to do it? And him and Zack Snyder did it justice. The first director was Richard Donner. He had Marlon Brando. He had such high caliber actors in these roles. Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, that it just gave weight to this material, and it made it, I don't know, like Oscar worthy. It was amazing. It was really, really well done. And then you had John Williams doing the score. The composer was of that high caliber too. So then with Henry Cavill, I was skeptical. I wasn't familiar with a lot of Zack Snyder's work, but I, wanted to go in open-minded. And so with Man of Steel, Hans Zimmer doing the score, other high caliber actors. There was Russell Crowe as the father in this. There were just a lot of great actors in this. Diane Lane as the mother. It had great, great actors. So once again, I had that same feel of people who gave 100% to their roles and really committed to and were serious about Superman. Okay. So then with this other movie, I was like sad that they were going to go a different direction and not use Henry Cavill. I was like cringy. I was like, okay, I was worried because I love this character so much. And whenever they said David Corenswet, I had already seen him in Pearl. I'd already seen him in Twisters. And so I was a little bit more open-minded just because I thought, well, he is a good actor. He has the look. He has played characters that I like. I think he's really likable. I think he would take this role really seriously. So I was open-minded. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, I was like, okay, that sounds like an interesting choice. I had recently seen him in like a Dracula movie. I can't remember what it was called, but he did a good job. So yeah, I was interested. But then they said James Gunn as the director, and that left me skeptical. I do enjoy the Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's so jokey and it's a whole different style. It does not hold things in reverence. So I didn't know if he would be the right fit for this. And also, he throws his brother in everything that he's in. And I was like, what's he going to do with his brother in this? I was like skeptical. So the first time I went and saw it, I'm going to be honest with you, I was upset. I was in that mindset of I want Superman to be held in reverence and taken seriously. And what's going to happen with this, And it was very jokey. It was very Superman Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was not what I was expecting. It just was like the outfit. Even you like, I like my Superman a little sexy. Henry Cavill looked hot in that outfit, and this with the red underwear just looked ridiculous. Kind of. I I wasn't feeling that outfit. And then the dog was so ridiculous. I thought there were a couple of cute moments with the dog, but I was like, why is this dog in this movie? Because once again, I was trying to take it seriously. And then lastly, I didn't really like how the women were being portrayed. There were so many ditzy bombshell type women. I was like, what is this? I just wasn't feeling it. Okay, so then I decided, well, wait, I'm going to look at some other critics of this, see what some others' viewpoints who actually really enjoyed it was, and then go see it again. So Popcorn Planet really helped me. The guy from Popcorn Planet, he said he saw this as a live action remake of a Superman animated film or cartoon. I was like, okay, all right. So that was the lens I was going to look at this through. Okay. Take it less seriously. I do enjoy those cartoons and I watch them on HBO Max and I think, okay, I know what I'm getting into. It's a cartoon. I don't really take things as seriously in those, although some of them are adult cartoons and they are taken more seriously, but some are really silly and it's okay. So that's what I did. I went and saw this movie in 40X, which y'all know I love. It's like a ride in the theme park, and it was in 3D. So between the both of those, I thought this will be more. This will get me more into it, more by getting me into it physically, maybe getting me more involved and invested in it. And then looking at it in that lens of as just have fun, just see it as a live action remix and not as a high caliber film. I have to say I enjoyed it. The reasons why is because I realized that a lot of the silly stuff, like the dog and the baby that gets thrown around and some of these other things, there's spoilers in this video if you haven't noticed. These things were for children. This movie is made for children, honestly. Or if you're a hardcore like Guardians of the Galaxy fan, there's a lot of the humor for that. It's made for families or young children, kind of. And in that vein, okay, his outfit, it's not going to be sexy. It's just a superhero outfit. Some of the jokes about Justice Gang still I feel like is a little bit rude, but whatever. The guy that plays the Green Lantern character, Nathan Fillion, okay, whatever. He was goofy and it irritated me the first time. The second time I didn't mind him. Just looking at it in that different lens. So yes, this movie is enjoyable. David Corenswet, Nicholas Hoult are great in their roles. They do such a great job. I enjoyed them both times. Rachel Brosnahan, I guess her name is, and she's from The Marvelous Miss Maisel. The first time I watched it, I found her relationship with David Corenswet, Lois and Superman, cringy. Second time, not as cringy, but still, I felt like their chemistry was constructed. It was not there for me. It was kind of gross. Eddie Gathegi, Anthony Carrigan, Nathan Fillion, Isabel Merced, Skylar Gasondo. And I thought that the running joke with him seemed a little stupid. I didn't love that either time. You'll see when you go watch it. I did like Beck Bennett in it. He's one of Saturday Night Live alumni, and he has some comedy relief in this. He was pretty funny. It's interesting. It's enjoyable. Some people are taking offense at some of the killing in it because I guess it's supposed to be a rule with some superheroes that they do not kill. I love that push and pull with Batman as to whether or not he's going to kill somebody. Generally, Superman does not kill, and if he does, he's really torn up about it. And in this, it seems like he wasn't, although he was sillily saving everything to the point of a squirrel at one point in the movie. It was weird, but in the vein of a live animated cartoon, fine, whatever, silly. So just know that when you go in to see this, that it is silly as can be. It's not to be taken seriously, and it can be enjoyable in that way. Especially if you got children, take them to this; they'll love it. So that's my take on it. Midwestern Movie Reviewer out.